Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jim Nelson along with Neil Schaefer here in the Wissahickon High School Gymnasium for the very important game between the Bensalem Owls and the Eagles of Norristown. And it seems in the last 2 weeks, Neil, as though I've been talking a lot about how each game Norristown comes to is some kind of a pinnacle, some kind of a real important test. Well, this one tonight is probably the most important. The winner of this game continues in play in the state playoff. The loser of this game has to go home and say wait until next year. Not a pleasant thing to have to do.
I wouldn't want to go home. It'll be a long bus ride home to Norristown if we are not fortunate to beat the Owls.
Eagles coming off a very tough loss to Lower Merion, in which they played an exceptional game, led by 6 points with about 4 minutes left, and then found the Lower Merion Dan Pangrazio backcourtman getting hot, sinking the three-pointers, and the Eagles ended up losing by 5. But really, I thought, played an impressive game. You didn't get a chance to see that game, but the Eagles did really well.
They did what they needed to do. I think they did get some confidence with the performance that they had, and they're going to need the confidence in the game against Bensalem tonight.
Number 33, Anthony Grandy.
Yeah, this is a game where you just hope that the Eagles can shake off that loss and come back and be ready, because you've got to be psyched up. This is a team that the Eagles played earlier in the year and lost to by 1 point, 41-40.
But I think that the team has grown since then. I think people like Joe Green and Omar Jenkins have come along as better players, and hopefully they'll show that tonight.
For Bensalem, 5'11" senior, number 23, Jack Howard.
Notice for Bensalem, Jack Howard, a swingman, is out back starting night. He'd been hurt their last game. Bensalem has played the Eagles tough over the last few years, so nothing is going to come easy tonight. The Eagles are going to have to be at the top of their game. An interesting doubleheader tonight, Neil, and that the boys are playing first, and the Eagles girls team will be playing to move to the district final in the second game.
Bob Koch brings his Lady Eagles in all pumped up after a big win over Coatesville, a game in which their leading scorer scored their 2,000th point, but wasn't given enough of a ceremony, and the Lady Eagles went on the win.
Now have our national anthem. A canned version of the national anthem. We've actually gotten used to the Norristown Eagles cheerleaders doing a version, which I really like.
Jim. That was like inside a can.
Starting for Bensalem will be junior 5'10", 5'5" number 10, Ron Morris. Sophomore 6'2" number 42, Krishan Lewis. A 6-foot senior number 33, Anthony Grandy. A 6-foot senior number 23, Jack Howard. And a 6'2" senior number 32, Reggie Jackson, a familiar name in this territory.
From Cheltenham High School.
I thought he had used up his eligibility.
I don't think so. I think he's back. I think they're going to use his last year of eligibility. I think he redshirted his freshman year.
For the Eagles, number 24, Lofton Thompson, number 33, Ty Crutchfield, number 43, Joe Green, number 44, Jimmy Lever, coming off a sprained ankle, and a hot first period over here last Friday, and number 50, Dawad Johnson. Lever smoked for about 14 points in the first quarter, red hot from three-point land. Ready with a tip, ball is up. Ball's going out of bounds. It's off, should be off of Norristown. I'm not sure the officials saw who it was off. Okay, be number 10, Morris, inbounding from Bensalem. Number 23, Howard in the backcourt with him. Eagles look like they've fallen back into a zone, no pressure. This is Morris coming up. It's funny, I don't remember this kid Morris in the last game, and it should. There's Howard into the corner. Number 42 is Lewis. Ball knocked out of bounds. Green, Bensalem not pushing the ball around real well. 32 is Jackson, 33 is Grandy. It's not a tall team. 6'2", 6 foot, 6'2", 5'5". Team that we should be able to rebound against, both on the defensive boards and on the offensive board. But a very patient team. Ball stolen away. This is Lever. Lever with a jumper. He's got it. Jimmy Lever starting off same way he played the first quarter the last time. Norristown not putting on a lot of pressure. Now coming up. Looked as though they were a little uncertain there that time. This is Morris. Ball tossed away, taken away by Thompson. We're on the fast break. Thompson finds Crutchfield on the move. Yes, left-hand layup. Eagles off quickly, 4-0. Eagles again applying full court pressure. That's what you like to see. The Eagles coaches weren't sure how psyched up the Eagles were after that last game. This is Morris. Morris breaks the press, going in, down. Ball comes back. 42 was Lewis, off the board, nothing there. Joe Green with a rebound. Thompson moving up quickly. Thompson on the drive, on the move, nothing there. Looks underneath. DeWad Johnson with a spin move. There's Lever. Lever looks. Pass knocked away, stolen away. Ball kicked by Thompson. 42 Lewis with a steal. Bensalem will inbounds the ball. Buzzer blowing, sounding, I don't know what for. Owls of Bensalem inbounding. I don't know what that was about, Neil. This is Morris. In the backcourt with him is Lewis, junior and a sophomore. And I would expect to see the Eagles. Here they come with their full court pressure. Jimmy Lever and Green. Ball goes into 23, who is Howard. 33 again is Grandy. You have to get used to my saying the numbers here at the beginning. It's the way I get used to who's playing and can call the game. Yeah, we're looking underneath the bar here. And since some of you know how short I am, you know what that must be like. This is Morris. Eagles in a zone. Bensalem again, a very patient team. There's Morris again. Jackson outside with him. Ball swings around to 23 is Howard. To Jackson in the hands of Morris again. He's coming around. Grandy's 33. Lewis is 42. Ball in the hands of Lewis. Over in the corner, nothing there. Reggie Jackson with it. Ball in the hands of Howard. They go underneath the fake. Ball coming out. Long shot. No, that was number 23, Howard. Rebound by Crutchfield. Here he comes. Crutchfield on the move. Crutchfield to Thompson. Thompson open. Finds DeWad Johnson underneath. He's got it. Layup. Assist. Thompson looking for the open man, and that's what we like to see the Eagles do.
You know, Bensalem had the ball for almost a minute and a half in that last possession. They're very patient, very, very patient, looking for the open shot, which I guess is good.
Of course, if you're not hitting your shots, it's no good. Ball in and out. Rebound by Grandy. Comes in. They look like they're looking for the threes. Ball comes to Morris. Morris with a fake, and we got a walk. Eagle man stepped right in front of him. Possession lost. Eagles off to a 6-0 early lead with 4:58 left. That's just exactly the way you wanted to see the Eagles come out of the starting blocks. Ball is in the hands of Thompson. Bensalem playing man-to-man. Thompson coming down, looks for Johnson, nothing there. Over to Joe Green. Green looks, has the three, no. Rebound that time high, Reggie Jackson, 6'2" senior. Morris with the ball, Eagles fall back. No pressure this time. Morris moving to the right, 42 is Lewis. Down in the corners, Jackson with the ball. Comes back to Morris. Ball kicked out of bounds by Thompson. Eagles zone looks very, very strong so far, keeping the Owls away, not giving them anything easy. Ball goes into Grandy, nothing there. He spins out. Working a triangle. Ball swinging across. In the corner, Jackson, left-handed shooter, no. Bensalem, very, very cold from the field.
You know, I'm not saying much, Jim, but I don't think it needs to be said. They're stopping the penetration. We're going to get a foul on Crutchfield there.
Offensive foul, Ty Crutchfield trying to get in, set up a shot.
Norristown stopping the penetration. They're making him shoot from a three-point, and somebody must have scouted him. Somebody like Dean Behrens must have scouted him and saw that they weren't good at 3 points. So you're doing exactly what you want.
And it almost looks like they're almost forcing him to go from outside there. We got a walk on Lewis. Dewad Johnson's feet went out from under him, and that's a problem we noticed Norristown having their first game over on this floor, particularly in the direction that they're going right now. Lever with the ball. Bensalem still playing man-to-man. Ball comes to Thompson. Thompson on the move. Jumper up. No. Battle for the board. It's Dewad Johnson off the board. Yes, Johnson with 4. Eagles 8. Bensalem nothing. Bensalem Owls coaching staff still not signaling for a timeout yet. There goes the pressure. Ball stolen away by Green. Lever up in front. In for the easy layup. Yes, 10-0 Norristown. And now the Owls coach signals for a timeout. 3:24 left in the first quarter. Eagles 10. The Owls of Bensalem nothing. And the Eagles starting fast, Neil. They certainly look as though they don't want to leave anything for chance.
I'll tell you, it doesn't look like they want to leave anything for anybody. It looks like the Owls are having big-time problems getting it up the court, penetrating the ball. When they shoot the ball, it's big-time misses. It's not just rolls off the rim. It's nothing's going in. I'll tell you, the Owls look like they're in for a very long night if they keep playing like this.
And let's hope so. A win tonight would put the Eagles playing off for 5th or 6th spot. And certainly every game you win gives you a more advantageous position as you go into the playoffs. And I'm not sure whether they would play again Friday or Saturday night.
They would play either Hatboro-Horsham or North Penn. Upper Dublin or North Penn. They're playing at Hatboro-Horsham tonight, game at 8 o'clock. We'd have to see who wins that one.
Yeah, actually, I'm rooting real hard for our Norristown girls in the second game. I want to be able to get into the DuPont Pavilion to see Chester play.
That's right. I'll wear my Foxcatcher t-shirt and everything.
You're not funny, Mr. Schaefer.
Why isn't that funny, huh?
That's Mr. Souter in the background, one of the esteemed teachers on the Norristown High School staff.
We have a lot of faculty support here tonight, Jim. A lot of faculty support. The ball's out of bounds.
Yep, Lewis trying to break the press. And once again, Norristown's pressure taking its toll on Bensalem as Bensalem has trouble getting the ball up court. And so far, they've been having a very tough time handling the pressure that the Eagles are putting on. This is Lever with the ball. Bensalem still playing man-to-man. Lever on the drive, nothing there. Finds, looks underneath. I think he thought that Thompson was going to keep going to the basket, and Lofton stopped. Ball goes out of bounds.
And Lofton was pointing to himself. He admits he made that mistake, and that's good. You don't want to start blaming each other.
Eagles in 1-3-1 pressure. Dewad Johnson comes with a steal. Ball in the hands of Thompson. Thompson on the move. Pass goes underneath. Joe Green, no, misses a short shot. Battle for the boards. Out of bounds off the Eagles. And it will be Bensalem taking over. Joe Green with a short shot. I think he looked almost like he was surprised to find himself that open.
Yeah, as far as the Eagles are ahead of this game, they still look a little nervous. They look like they're sort of nervous about this game.
Stolen by Crutchfield. Long pass. He gives off to Thompson. Thompson over to Green. Green on the drive. Green with a move to Johnson. Johnson with a shot up. Yes, Dewad Johnson with 6. Coach is deciding. Johnson, I understand, had a real good practice session this week. Coach is starting him rather than Eddie Moore, and it's certainly paying off here in the early going. Ball goes across to Jackson. Jackson throws it away down court, and Bensalem looks very discombobulated.
I want to keep pinching myself, Jim. I'm not sure we still have a 12-point lead. It's 12-0 with 2:18 left in the first quarter.
Crutchfield to Lever. Lever coming up court. Lever with the ball. Lever over to Crutchfield. Crutchfield looking for the shot. Finds Thompson. Thompson with a 3 up. I'll get off the front of the rim. Foul's going to be on Johnson. Good call. Johnson over the back. It's a third team foul for Norristown. The only area that's a negative tonight. Sorry, second team foul. Coming down to the 2-minute mark. Eagles lead by 12. This is Jackson. 1-3-1 press. Jackson breaks it over to Lewis. Lewis into Grandy. Back to Lewis. Lewis on the drive. Feeds off. That's number 54 is Alex Houston, 6'3" junior. There goes the drive. Lewis. Bensalem back with full court pressure. There's Crutchfield with the ball. Finds Thompson. Eagles with a 3-on-1, 3-on-2 now. Thompson going all the way. We're going to have a foul. Wait to see who it's on.
54, I believe, Jim. Houston. Fouls on Alex Houston.
Thompson to shoot 2. Eagles by 10 with 1:29 left here in the first quarter. Shot up, he's got it. Eagle foul shooting against Lower Merion, I was told 10 for 19, which is not the kind of figure, not the kind of foul shooting that you want to do. Thompson ready with a second shot. Around and out. Eagles lead 13-2. Bensalem with the ball. Jackson on the dribble. Eagles fall back into their zone. Looks like they're playing a 2-3. Jackson to number 23, Howard. Howard with the ball across to Jackson. Houston is number 54. Grandy is number 33. This is Jackson looking underneath. Nothing there. Comes across. Ball back to Jackson. There it is. Jack Howard launches a three-point bomb. He's got it. 13-5. Full court pressure. There goes Thompson. Thompson's going to drive all the way with a shot. No. Rebound. DeWad Johnson with 8. Big left-handed tap in.
DeWad's playing a game of the season right here. He's taking control of everything. He's saying, I can do it, and he keeps on doing it.
Eagles by 10. Jackson breaks the press. Into the corner. Jumper launch. He's got it. Three-pointer. Krishan Lewis with 5. 15-8. Bensalem back down by 7. Crutchfield over to Lever. Lever to Crutchfield. Crutchfield finds Green. Assist Crutchfield, and that's what we like to see him do. Hit that open man.
That's what you have to do. You have to keep Bensalem guessing.
Crutchfield looking right, going left. Perfect feed. Jackson breaks the press. This is Grandy. Grandy comes across to Lewis. Ball launched in the corner. No. Rebound Jackson. Goes in. Left-hand jump shot around. He's got it. At the buzzer. The shot is good. First quarter. Norristown 17. Bensalem 10. Eagles with an impressive first quarter. Coming off. I thought Neil was giving me the shooting percentages for the first quarter. He turned it over, and I'm wondering what he was doing. Eagles led by DeWad Johnson, having a really big first quarter. 8 points. Jimmy Lever with 4. Krishan Lewis has 5 for Bensalem in the opening going. But the big thing, Neil, in the early going, the Eagles full court zone pressure doing the job. Al's had trouble handling that.
Looks like they're in sync. Looks like everything's working. They're cutting them off. And even if the Owls do get past half court, then they start on the second wave of the defense and they keep them out of the paint. And that's what it looks like the Owls are going to have to do all night. They're going to have to shoot from three-point land or pull up with a jumper.